Welcome everyone. This is my 1994 Dodge Ram. Throughout my years of ownership, I've made several improvements to enhance its performance and reliability, from upgrades to the engine and suspension to cosmetic changes that gave it a fresh new look. In this video, I will take you through the journey of how I transformed this truck into a vehicle I'm proud to drive every day. I originally found this truck on Facebook Marketplace and decided to go check it out. After meeting the seller and giving it a thorough inspection and test drive, I determined it would make a solid secondary vehicle. I was able to negotiate the price down to $2,200 and went ahead with the purchase. While it wasn't perfect, the condition was more than fair for the price, and according to the odometer, this truck only had 110,000 original miles. Once the sale was finalized, I drove the truck an hour back to my house without issue. To get it fully roadworthy, all that was required was registration and insurance, a new set of all-terrain tires, and a replacement power steering pump. Once those items were taken care of, I began driving it regularly. Despite being a vehicle I hadn't yet put much work into, it proved to be very reliable, and that dependability quickly turned it into my primary daily driver. As anyone who daily drives a vehicle knows, that kind of use comes with its downsides. Here in Ohio, the biggest issue is rust. Even though this truck is only rear-wheel drive, it performed surprisingly well in the snow. Unfortunately, over time, the wheel wells in the bed and the driver's side fender began to rot out. That was especially frustrating as I had grown to really care about this truck. I temporarily patched the affected areas with body filler, but there's only so much you can do when the roads are constantly coated in salt. Eventually, I purchased another vehicle to use during the winter months. Since this truck was originally intended to be a backup, I decided to retire it from winter driving altogether and begin a minor restoration. I started by installing a front-end lift kit, as I was never a fan of the factory ride height. It was a relatively inexpensive modification, but it made a noticeable difference by bringing the front end closer in height to the rear. While installing the lift kit, I also replaced worn steering and suspension components, including the tie rods, ball joints, and bushings, which helped tighten up the steering response and significantly improve overall suspension feel. Once everything was reassembled, I drove the truck to a local shop for a professional alignment to dial in the suspension and make sure it drove straight and wore tires evenly. I then moved on to the rear axle, where I replaced the wheel seals and wheel bearings and serviced the differential with fresh gear oil as preventative maintenance. Around this time, the transmission began slipping, which is a common issue for automatic transmissions of this age and mileage. So I decided to remove it from the truck and have it rebuilt by a local shop. While the transmission was being rebuilt, I removed the oil pan to replace the rear main seal and also removed the timing chain cover so I could replace the timing chain and improve engine efficiency. I then pulled the intake to perform the intake manifold plenum gasket repair, addressing another common issue with these trucks. Before reinstalling the oil pan, I thoroughly cleaned it and gave it a fresh, new paint job. Fortunately, the transmission rebuild was completed just in time for reinstallation. After installing the transmission, I upgraded to an aluminum B&M deep transmission pan, which improves heat dissipation and increases fluid capacity. In theory, this upgrade should help prolong the life of the transmission. I also replaced the radiator, water pump, and thermostat. With these repairs completed, the engine was running very well, and the transmission was shifting like new. With the major mechanical repairs now completed, I can shift my focus to addressing the cosmetic issues and finally get the truck looking the way I originally envisioned when I first purchased it. I'll start this off by replacing the headlights. The original ones were heavily faded and yellowed, so I purchased new OEM replacement assemblies to improve both appearance and nighttime visibility. As you can see, these new headlights have been an easy and cost-effective replacement. I then moved on to addressing the rust issues on the truck. I found a rust-free bed for sale around an hour away, and immediately knew it would be an ideal replacement. I didn't have a proper way to transport this bed, so I removed the rusty bed from my truck and drove directly to the seller without any bed at all. I installed the replacement bed on the seller's property and drove the truck home. Once I got home, I removed the newly installed bed again so it could be painted separately. Then I placed it back on the frame. I also bought a really nice driver's side fender to replace the original one since it had lots of body filler and hidden rust. After installing the replacement fender, I began removing the spray-on bed liner that had been applied to the lower portions of the cab. Fortunately, the bed liner had effectively preserved the rocker panels, cab corners, and doors. However, since the truck will no longer be driven during the winter months, the bed liner is no longer necessary. Once the bed liner was fully removed, I painted the lower half of the cab to conceal the scratches I caused during the removal process. Finally, it was time to tackle the old, worn-out interior. I removed and disposed of the carpet, seats, and door panels. Then I thoroughly cleaned the floor. Next, I purchased brand new carpet and gathered all the necessary interior components from various junkyards, including these great seats. With the installation of new carpet, seats, door panels, and headliner, the interior was officially complete. The old seats and carpet had a lingering odor that wouldn't go away, but the new components gave the interior a fresh, clean smell and an entirely new feel. While working on the interior, I replaced the stock radio with a new unit that fits perfectly in the dash and features an auxiliary input and Bluetooth, while maintaining a retro appearance. What's great about these radios is that they fit in a wide range of cars and trucks, which is why I actually own 3 of them. Here's the same radio installed in my 1996 Ford Ranger, and again in my 1995 GMC Sierra. I know it's a bit off topic, but I wanted to mention it because I think these radios are awesome. To finish off the exterior, I found a really nice set of stock rims and had all-terrain tires mounted. With the new wheels and tires on the truck, it finally has the clean factory look I've wanted since the beginning. I also had a local stereo place install keyless entry and remote start. Another addition I made was a makeshift bed protector built from planks and plywood. I initially traced and measured the inside of the bed to get a rough idea of the dimensions, then cut the plywood and did several test fits, tweaking small areas until it fit snugly inside the bed. I then fastened all the pieces together using rust-resistant screws. Once finished, I coated it with a waterproofing sealer commonly used on outdoor decks and fences. I'm happy with how it turned out, and it should hold up well against everyday wear and tear. I really like how the truck looks now that it's completely white and the bed liner is gone. Combined with the new wheels and tires and the refreshed interior, it looks like it drove straight out of the 1990s. Now that the engine has new gaskets and seals, a new timing chain, and updated cooling components, it's running very well. I also replaced the front and rear brakes, installed a new brake master cylinder, and replaced the AC compressor to ensure ice-cold air conditioning during the summer months. With these repairs, along with a rebuilt transmission and new suspension parts, the truck is now running and driving like new. During my ownership of this truck, it has seen quite a transformation through a series of cost-effective repairs and appearance improvements. With regular and preventative maintenance, it has given me years of trouble-free operation. Overall, I'd say the time and money invested have been well worth it. In conclusion, as of 2024, this truck and the second generation Dodge Ram have reached the milestone of 30 years, marking a significant anniversary for these iconic vehicles. The second generation Dodge Ram pickup is one of the most important trucks in modern American pickup history, as it completely reinvented Dodge's truck image with its bold styling and heavy-duty attitude, while offering a wide selection of body styles, drivetrains, and gas or diesel options. Many of these trucks are still on the road today, proving their durability and timeless design. This generation left a lasting impact and legacy that continues to be celebrated for its exceptional design and performance. Here's to the enduring legacy of these timeless machines, and may they continue to inspire truck enthusiasts for years to come. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what you think. If you're interested, I have created a website featuring exclusive content and detailed write-ups showcasing the work I've done to my trucks, plus a look at future projects.